Hey guys, Dov here with another battle in Total War Warhammer 2 multiplayer. Going to be facing off against TYRION once again. We've got Tomb Kings versus High Elves. I've got Grand Hierophant KHATEP on his mobility scooter with a Doomba separately. We've also got a Hero Titan here, Kepper Guard, and a whole line of Skeleton Warriors, Skeleton Spearmen. And yeah, we've got a bunch of Nehekar Horsemen over here as well, and a couple of Skeleton Horsemen. As for TYRION's High Elves, going to be led by TYRION. He's got a Heavens Mage and a Noble on horseback. Some White Lions here in the front. Got some Spearmen as well, a couple of Sisters of Averlorn, and a couple of Eagleclaw Bolt Throwers with silver helms. So yeah, obviously I'm going to be going after some of these elite infantry right away. I do need to try and push up and occupy these bolt throwers if I can to keep them from shooting at my Doomba, but currently I'm sitting back a little bit right now. Obviously, TYRION has these silver helms in a decent protection position here, so I'm just kind of keeping these skeleton horsemen in reserve for the time being. But yeah, you can see I'm going to start to push up my infantry line a little bit here. They're just about in range to start shooting the Doomba, which is pretty unfortunate. It is a little bit of a gamble. The High Elves end up bringing a couple bolt throwers. There's not really a lot I can do. I can really try and pressure hard and try and YOLO charge in there and get on top of them, but yeah, it's maybe not going to be the best. We'll see. I can, of course, use KHATEP to do some of that physical resistance stuff, which I've been neglecting so far, but we'll get to it in just a minute. You can see here we're going to get a quick hit and run charge on these Spearmen, maybe try and bait these Silver Helms out of position. I'm maneuvering these Skeleton Horsemen up and around on this side as well. Using the casket to start going after these Sisters of Averlorn. They're a pretty high value target, so I can generate my gold value pretty quickly. At least I thought I was going after them. It looks like maybe not. Switched back over to the White Lions for some reason. Looks like a little bit of a misplay there, but likewise, I'm going to charge in with my Nehekar Horsemen, just a frontal charge here. A little bit of a risky situation, and TYRION does a great job countercharging here with these Silver Helms. I'm going to leave these Nehekar Horsemen in here a little bit too long, but we'll see. I'm going to throw down some magic in the backline here. Sandstorm being unleashed, doing quite a bit of damage to these Sisters of Averlorn. Looks like it's also going to catch those Spearmen as well, potentially. Nope, not quite. Hoping it would disrupt these Eagleclaw Bolt Throwers, but it looks like not for the time being. But at the same time, getting my Skeleton Horsemen up and around. Unfortunately, that Casket of Souls has just about been dealt with already, and yeah, despite my best effort, we still can't seem to take out either of these Bolt Throwers. TYRION does a great job blocking there with his Spearmen and with his Silver Helms. And yeah, despite my superior numbers here, I'm getting a little bit blobbed up. Of course, the Sisters of Averlorn have been focus firing on the Hero Titan this entire time. And speaking of getting blobbed up, you can see here, TYRION's going to punish me pretty badly for this. I've got the Kepper Guard plus Skeleton Warriors just stacked up, and they're going to get roasted here by a beautiful Sunfang. The Kepper Guard in particular, a very expensive unit. I think there's, what, 3 units even here? There's Skeleton Warriors and Spearmen, so yeah, pretty big misplay by me, and TYRION's going to punish me for that. That being said, these Sisters of Averlorn are still getting dunked on for the time being. That crumbling has taken effect, but the Casket of Souls still online. Maybe able to get one more shot here. We'll see. And you can see that my Nehekar Horsemen are pretty much all gone. I definitely left them in this combat a little bit too long. Likewise, the Skeleton Horsemen that had tried to push through into this backline also just completely gone, so not looking the best in terms of the balance of power, but we're going to try and make it decent. The Nehekar Horsemen charging into the backline here. Ushabti summoned also finally going to give me a consistent way to shut down these Eagleclaw Bolt Throwers. Unfortunately, a little bit too late as the casket does crumble away there. Another beautiful Wind Blast. Haven't really been highlighting it too much, but that Heaven's Caster's been throwing consistent Wind Blasts all across the field. But we'll see. We do still have some Restores, Incantation of Protection on the Hero Titan as well. One of my Necrotechs did get beat down by TYRION, I believe, or is in the process of being beat down by TYRION. Yeah, looks like he's in the process, so that's unfortunate. I had used one of the Restores on him, but he's not going to get his second one off, which would have definitely helped. I mean, we do still have quite a bit of healing cap space left on this Hero Titan, and if I can use him to fight TYRION to finish off TYRION, that could give me a way back in this game. I mean, the Silver Helms don't worry me too much. If I can take out TYRION, then KHATEP can probably finish off the rest of this army. You know, the skeletons, and I've still got a lot of Kepler Guard, despite the damage they've taken. 55 kills, they're still relatively healthy, so can potentially get a good situation here. But you can see KHATEP getting pursued by those Silver Helms. Going to throw himself a bit of physical resistance. That's also going to keep Sunfang on cooldown, which will help a bit. But one Necrotech being finished off. A little bit unfortunate. We do have another Restore going off on the Hero Titan, though. Trying to keep that thing alive as much as possible. I still have, again, quite a bit of cap space left, but you can see some units kind of finish crumbling over here. Just a lot of my supporting units crumbling. We do manage to rout the White Lions and these Spearmen here, and the Curse goes off on KHATEP, which the damage scaling will actually do quite a bit on... yeah, on those Silver Helms. Unfortunately, didn't catch any of the characters here, which would have been really, really nice for me. But you can see the Hero Titan here with a bonus versus large up to 687 weapon strength. Unfortunately, not really getting consistent attacks against TYRION because of the animation glitch here, since there's literally like one skeleton standing in between them. But he does get a decent attack there. TYRION does have fire resistance, though, which obviously means that, yeah, 45% fire resistance, which means that the Hero Titan's actually going to be really bad at fighting him. Even with the increased weapon strength and the bonus versus large and everything, I hadn't really thought about that, but yeah, TYRION actually does have fire resistance, which makes quite a bit of a difference here. We do have one more Sandstorm from KHATEP, but at this point, TYRION realizes that he should just take out KHATEP, because there's really nothing stopping him from doing so at this point, since all my cavalry are gone. So he and the Noble are going to do so, while the Sisters of Avalorn, the few tattered ones that remain, throw a few magical arrows over here. And yeah, that should pretty much be the end there as the Hero Titan falls. Oh yeah, gotta get that on the cinematic cam. And that leaves the poor little Necrotech here to get finished off. I mean, TYRION had taken quite a bit of damage, not nearly as much as I would have liked, but that's just kind of how it goes sometimes. You can see KHATEP making his last stand in the backline, going after that Heaven's Mage there. But obviously, a little bit of a desperate situation. These Kepler Guard are still quite healthy, 74 models, cutting through those Spearmen, just still not quite fast enough. We'll see. I'm going to try and rally over there to those Kepler Guard. We'll see if we even get to army losses. Another beautiful Wind Blast coming in there. And yeah, TYRION delivering the righteous sword of justice for the High Elves. Captain America, basically. He is Captain America, if you really think about it. Anyway, well played to TYRION. That'll be a defeat for me. A little bit memed maybe a little bit too hard there, but I also made a few pretty big misplays, especially with the cavalry. I mean, this is quite a bit of gold investment on cavalry, and I ended up not being able to punch through and get on those bolt throwers. Had I been able to bail out the Casket of Souls, I mean, it used up a bit of its ammo. I would say most of its ammo. Had I been able to use up even a little bit more, that would have helped. Likewise, it gives you a little bit of, I believe it's power reserve, actually. Might be recharge rate. I'll have to double check. But regardless, both the Casket of Souls and the Hero Titan buff your Winds of Magic, so I figured them plus KHATEP would give me a lot of spellcasting potential, and it definitely did. Specifically here, the Hero Titan against the High Elves is a little bit of a weird one. Normally, I would say units like the Hero Titan are pretty good against the High Elves, but because of the magic and fire damage specifically in this matchup, it's not always the best. I mean, obviously Dragon Princess, TYRION, not super common picks in this matchup, but TYRION's not terrible here. He does kind of get beat up by Cetra a little bit, but at the same time he can definitely handle Cetra depending on the circumstances. I mean, depending on buffs, debuffs, and so on. Yeah, decent build from TYRION. Did a great job protecting his bolt throwers there with his spearmen and with those silver helms. And yeah, infantry got dunked on a little bit, but beautiful Sunfangs and Wind Blasts from TYRION and the Heavens Caster, respectively. And yeah, 123 kills for the Kepler Guard, 134 for KHATEP also. I mean, obviously, Cetra on the Chariot, probably going to be the meta choice, but KHATEP on his Chariot is an anti-infantry menace for sure. And his spellcasting potential, and not only that, but also being able to just completely shut down your opponents, not completely, but mostly shut down your opponents' abilities as well, of course, because of KHATEP's item, makes him one of the most annoying characters in the game to have to fight when you take this. And I definitely recommend you would take this Lich Staff, and then just spam these two cheap spells as much as you possibly can. You'll keep your opponent, you keep their abilities debuffed. Oftentimes you'll, especially like if you see a template, for example, of a big, expensive spell pop up, Turin didn't really have any there, but let's say, for example, that he had brought like Chain Lightning or Comet of Castandora, you can actually interrupt them from casting those longer cast spells because you have these two spells that have very, very short cast times, very low winds of magic cost. If you actually pop this while they're casting a spell, it will interrupt. Believe me, I know because I've had it happen to me before. So KHATEP, if you know, in the hands of the right player, he is exceptionally powerful, believe it or not. So yeah, that's all I have to say for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you do like this sort of content, be sure to like, subscribe, hit that bell notification button so every time I upload a new video, you'll be notified. Thanks again for watching, and we'll see you next time.